things. So I've got this blue stuff that you can see is actually, you know when you get a package and it's got that foamy stuff in it, it's like noodle looking. I put that with water and ink and it disintegrates into this like crumbly, it falls off of this all the time, so I might need to resin or cover it with something eventually so it stays on there. But it's that, so that's what all that blue stuff is. And then I've got a Christmas bauble. I must have tried to varnish that because that's varnished. I'll use something else now that I've practiced with resiny things more. So there's a Christmas bauble, there's a piece of string in this green paint, which I hated this colour, and it was a sap green and I painted it all over here. Whenever I was painting and trying to get rid of a tube, I would just put blobs of it on here. This is, what even is that? I think that's a rose. This is actually the inside of a lid of like paint got stuck in the middle of on the top of a lid. I peeled that off. That was the bottom as well of my iridescent medium, and I just stuck that on there. What else? There's a rock. There's a couple rocks. There's paper, like what do you call it? Tissue paper that I've put with glue, I think, and just rocks. Sorry if you didn't see that. Then we have, what else? Oh, this is one of my favourite pieces, which is why I have this hanging, because this is the glass. This is a nail polish jar that I just smashed directly on there, and it's stuck on with its own, like, nail polish. These are the earrings, Jess. There's one there. There's one there. One there. Those wood things strike again. I've written on them some kind of poem about my anger. Easter egg wrappers. Yep, stuff's falling off. That, you get the gist. So, I just add things to it as I find. And then I think I'm done, and I really want to exhibit this piece, so I will one day. There's a sticker. That's a piece of glue. But, yeah, so I might even, I'm just going to show you a few more things that I'm going to stick on there, because, you know, why not? Remember how we did the texture painting a couple weeks ago? This is the square thing that I used. I would like to add that. Now, glue, I don't work with glue a whole bunch, but I am starting to learn a bit more about glues and mediums because I am playing with resin, which I think I'm going to actually do one of our videos on, because it's going to be interesting. It'll be entertaining for you guys. I've never used it properly, and I need to. I'm toying with the idea of making some like coasters, or maybe magnets, but on those tiny canvas boards. Now, PVA glue I've got here. Most of you will have this, or you've definitely used it at school or somewhere. Mine I've had for a while, so it still works. It's just not as runny as it used to be. So I've got these trusty palette knives again. I've just dipped that in there. I've got the PVA putting it on the back of this piece of plastic I used the other week. Now, so the different types of glue that I commonly use is PVA, obviously. It's a good craft glue. It's plastic based. Where can it go? Somewhere where there's a gap. Maybe over here. Oh. No. There's actually wax on here as well, like a candle. I just let it drip onto it. How weird. I might put it, I think it's going to go over here somewhere, in the corner. And I'm just covering things, like I don't really care if something gets covered, because it's just layering upon layering. So that one's on there now. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the other type of glue that you might use is a glue gun for this type of thing. I nearly got it out, but then I thought it's going to be tricky to show you with a glue gun. Plus, I don't think they always work for certain things. They can be pretty annoying and they're not necessary. That type of glue is not really necessary for a lot of these things. Have I glued anything with hot glue on here? Perhaps that would, Those wooden blocks are glued with hot glue, but other than that, I think most of this is using PVA because it just gets stringy. This is probably glue. Oh no, yeah. I don't know. I steer away from it. The other thing I use is a varnish that is also glue together. And you can, that's multi-purpose, which is awesome because you can cover surface with it as well, like a coating, but it's also glue. I'm just got a leaf here now. I'm putting glue on the back. It's hard with the leaves because obviously only the flat surface is going to stick on the surface, on the canvas, so I'm kind of just going across it. Oops. And just find a spot, I think there. Don't think about it too much. And we'll just see if that sticks. That might be something you might use a hot glue gun for, just because it's so wavy, and you might need something to kind of make it, I don't know, meet it, if that makes sense, because there's a bit of a gap. Now, there's a couple other things here. I've got this from a card that fell off, which actually I think it was from you, Grandma, that you sent me for my birthday. It came off in the mail, but I'm putting it on the painting so that I will always remember that. That can go next to that leaf. And you've got to kind of, well, if you've got a big canvas like mine, I've got to stand back and be like, okay, where can I put something else? I think this is also from the card. It's a little wire bow. I know that this area over here is looking a bit bland, so that might also be a hot glue gun thing, just because it's made of metal. It may not stick too well, but we'll see. Now, the other things that I have in this pot here that I collect, which I don't know why I do this, but I love to when I have, like, this was from the other week, when the paint dry, I don't usually wash paint off any of my things, to be honest, because I find it way cleaner and more satisfying for some weird reason to peel that off, that dried acrylic, and I keep it into this pot here, and then, you know, it's clean, and I've got these cool paint shapes, which, you know, I sit there for ages and I find that I'm on the phone or something and I'm like just peeling paint off of things. I like doing that. I don't know if anyone else does, but I think it's fun. So I peel paint off of that, and I've got, like, this is my pot. I just collect it in there. I've got a friend who makes art out of it. I've never made art out of it, but I'm starting to get a lot. So I don't know, maybe I'll put some on here. I don't know if I should separate it. It's all like a big... Wow. And actually, there is one that I remember keeping on purpose a long time ago. That's why it's at the bottom. I'll show you, because I just thought... Oh yeah, I was painting something for work, for a Pinot Picasso, and a practice, and I didn't have any paint at home. I did have a lot of metallic paint, so I made this sloth painting, which was mostly brown and green, with metallic paint, and I kept the colours on it were just amazing. I loved it, so I kept that amongst a whole bunch of other paint peels. We'll save for another time. So I think I've still got my glue. I think I'll stick this on somewhere. But again, I've talked to you about this before, repurposing is my thing. So I'm just going to put that there. It's probably going to, I don't know, sink down, kind of stick to itself. There's bits of paper and tape on here, who even knows? Like, there's so much random crap, really. So yeah, I might just leave that. I mean, I could be here all day trying to put that all on there, because I'm not really sure how to, I didn't think about how I'm going to do that, but I might just stick chunks on like that. Actually, I might just stick that one chunk on. So this is at the bottom, and it's just like a chunk of paint that's just sat there, so, and it's stuck to itself. I'm just putting a bit of glue on the back. Let's see if it stays on. And just find a spot for it. maybe, yeah, there. Stick it on. And then we'll just see what happens with that. So that's that. That's the texture painting I've been telling you about. I'm just going to keep adding to it until one day when I decide that I might show it somewhere, because I think it would be a really interesting piece for an exhibition. I'm not sure so much about someone's house. There's an earring. I just noticed that I've been to there. Okay, I don't know. Yep. Weird. I'm going to put some blue tack behind that so it doesn't fall off. An earring, like a proper earring. So there you go. I'm just going to move that back so I can sit. I'll still be able to look at it if you want to, a little bit. And we can get on with what else we were going to do. Alright, so the next part, like I said, if you want to start your own thing, like your own thing, by thing I mean texture painting, like behind us. Now you've seen it, go for it. Now, let's talk about purple. So, I'm going to put paper again onto this. So this was what we did last week. This was our painting. If you weren't here last week, we painted without paint. So we used items around the home or outside that could make colour. So I made this out of a spinach. This was blackberry, and then sandstone and curry powder, and then some coal. So if you don't have purple, you could use berries. That's another way of making it. Hey India, how are you? So I'm going to do the same thing, just I've got a little bit of double-sided tape. I don't need much today. Now, if you want to copy something, like last week, how we just had that kind of pop plant in the background, do it. If not, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint brush strokes. They're just going to be pretty abstract. So I'm sticking that paper on. So we've got something I can hold up again. I really liked sitting down last time. It was so much easier to see what I was showing you, so that's why I'm doing it again. And then what we'll do is I'm just going to use the flat brush, and I'm just going to do different strokes, which I'll show you when I'm doing it, of the different purples, because we're going to make a bunch of different purples, alright? So, first thing is, I'm going to show you a whole heap of colours and what I mean when I'm talking about it. So, blues. Did I? Cerulean. Play primary. I'll show you my blues. This is primary blue. Would make a decent purple, I would say. Most of the blues aren't the problem usually. Now this was the blue I used last week. This was Flato. It was too dark, unless you wanted a real dark purple. It dries very dark, that one. Primary is probably still my pick. I've also got Pearl Blue, which I talked to you about this range last time. So this is the metallic range that Montmartre make, the cheaper brand, but I like it because I like the colours. I really like that blue. That's a nice blue. If you want a metallic sort of thing going on. And then I've got a Southern Ocean blue. Look, I wouldn't recommend something like that. It's leaning too cool towards a green to make a purple. So I'm going to leave that over there too we're not using pile, which is we're not using this dark Plethair blue. Tell me how to say it, somebody, please. Okay. I got these. I split my fingernail in my washing basket. Like I was putting my hand in and it just got caught on like the plastic, and it's painful. Anyway, enough of that. I bought these from Eckersley's. They packaged them in a nice little package for me because I had the right number. How good. So